Sometimes your AirPod Pros can get a little gross. So in this video, I'm going to show you the best way to get them clean. For supplies, you'll need a handful of Q-tips, some 70% isopropyl alcohol, and a microfiber towel. The first thing I like to do is disassemble the AirPods. So for that, I just remove the silicone ear tips. Now you want to be very careful with this because if you pull too hard, you can rip them. So I like to grab as close to the base as possible and pop them off. This is where the earwax and grime really likes to hide. So I like to soak them with some of the alcohol and water while we clean the rest of the AirPods. Now the nice thing about the AirPod Pros is most of the grime is usually trapped in those silicone tips. So when it comes to the speaker vents here, all you need to do is just grab a Q-tip and just give them a quick brush. Once the vents are nice and clean, I do like to grab a microfiber towel and just wipe down the entire AirPod. You're always touching these and they're close to your skin, so the oils will build up. So a quick wipe down will remove that, leaving your AirPods nice and clean. Now when it comes to cleaning the case, you want to be very careful not to get any liquid on the inside because this can cause permanent damage. Instead, I like to just grab a Q-tip and remove as much of the grime that's on the surface as possible. Usually where the ear tips sit, you'll find quite a bit of earwax, and because we keep them in our pocket, you'll even find some dust too. Now for the outside, I do like to use some 70% isopropyl alcohol on a microfiber towel. This does a great job to not only clean up anything that might be on the surface, but it's also going to disinfect as well. Once I'm done wiping down with the alcohol, I do like to come through with a dry part of the microfiber towel and give the entire case one final buff. The last step is to clean the silicone ear tips. Now, because they've been soaking in the alcohol for a bit, this does a great job to break down all the earwax and buildup. So what I like to do is grab a Q-tip and clean them kind of like you would clean your ears, paying special attention to both sides of the mesh. Once they're nice and clean, it's very important to get them completely dry before you put them back on. So you can either use a towel for this, or I personally like to use one of these little duster machines, just give them a quick blast with some air and remove any moisture that might be left behind. And there you have it. Now you know the best way to clean your AirPod Pros. Thanks so much for watching, and if you're new here and found this video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel and smash that like button. I also want to give a huge shout out to the Clean Squad over on Patreon. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. If you want to join us over there, I'll have a link down in the description below, and as always, I'll see you on the next clean.